Hey guys, it's Becky. I am back with another process video. Today I am going to be using Amy Tan's new line Sunshine and Good Times for my layout. This is not the first layout that I've done with this collection, so some of the bits that I'm going to be using are scraps, so I do not show you the names, but this striped paper right here is going to serve as my background. I am also going to use a sketch from Creative Scrappers. It is number 199, and I am going to show you that too. You can see it sitting right over there on the right hand side. It calls for just kind of a little bit of a base, and then there's a banner that goes back behind the photo. So right here I am just creating the banner, and I cut it too short. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it again and just kind of, you know, pull it apart behind the photo. I know I had talked about this in a previous video, but can you see the background right there? Yes, I did. I got the Tim Holtz glass mat. I did order that when I got back from the hospital. It was here waiting for me, and so that was really super exciting. I haven't used it for any mixed media just yet, but I did pull it out and put it on my desk and kind of played around with it a little bit. So I am going to use some of these cut aparts from the cut apart sheet. Actually, that's not true. I'm going to use, yeah, I am some. I'm going to use two. But this one right here says make lemonade. Now, the photo that I'm using is a photo where when I went into the hospital when I was going for my mastectomy, and I was in like the pre-op room, and every time someone would come in, like one of the guys was a radiologist, and he had to put some tracing stuff in my veins. I don't even know what it's called, but after he did it, then he signed my chest, or he initialed my chest. And then when the breast surgery team came in and checked me out, then they had to sign my chest. And I'm talking to you in the journaling how I felt like a groupie, like when you go to the concerts and you take your shirt off, you know, it's like, sign my boobs. It was kind of like that, only it wasn't as fun. I'm sure I've never done that part, but it probably wasn't as fun as what was happening to me, but still, that's what it reminded me of, and so I was kind of laughing about it. Right here I had taken out a Chamel stamp, and I wanted a journaling block, but I didn't see any that I really cared for. I will find a different one later. So I went ahead and stamped out this journaling block, and that was going to use as my journaling. I'm sorry guys, I'm a little bit scattered. The purpose that I was going to do this layout, or this voiceover for this layout, was just as for an update. This layout I just did yesterday, I think. And today is Sunday, February 18th. This layout is brought to you by Percocet. If you're wondering, that's why I'm all bleh. Anyway, the update. So the surgery was Wednesday, Valentine's Day, and everything went good. It was like at 6 o'clock at night, and I guess everything went as planned. They biopsied my lymph nodes, and it didn't look like any of the little MFers escaped into my body anywhere else. So I was able to just get the mastectomy, and then the plastic surgeon came in and put a silicone right on top of my muscle and closed me up. Now, I still haven't looked at it. I'll go in and see him on Tuesday. It's Sunday. My husband has looked at the incisions, but I haven't been able to bring myself to look at it just yet. I'm not there. I'm not there yet. So, but as far as we could tell so far, everything was fine. It was really great. I guess for something like this, in this case, it was like the best scenario, but we have not got final pathology back yet. So hopefully the final pathology that comes back will be great as well. But I have had a lot of people, you know, like leaving comments asking how everything went and how I was doing. So I am doing great. For me right now, the worst part is just like the incision, not the incision points. Yeah, I guess they're incision points where you had to put they put drains in me to keep the fluid, you know, coming out of my body. And so where the drains go in, that part is sore. But that's really the only bit, or first thing in the morning when I wake up after, you know, been laying there for so long, I'm a little sore in that area. It hasn't been too bad. I've been able to control the pain with pain meds, because that's what they're there for. But other than that, It's been really good. All right, guys. So on this sketch, it kind of looked like all the elements were backed with something. So I did pull out 2 cardstocks. I pulled out a yellow cardstock and also this kind of minty aqua color cardstock, and I do back that base paper with the flowers on it. I backed that one with yellow. The banner I backed with the minty aqua, and this little cut apart right here has 3 hearts on it. I'm backing with yellow. The Make Lemonade I backed with yellow as well. I'm going to kind of try to position that around the page as best as I can. This is where I found that other, well, not where, it's been on there for a few minutes probably when I was talking, but this journaling block right there with the flowers, I had found that in the Amy Tan pack, so that is where I'm going to write my journaling. I do like that bit a lot better than the piece that I ended up stamping out. I will use that stamped out piece some other time, I'm sure. I am going to put this Make Lemonade down here under the photo. It kind of sits on the photo as well. As you can see right there, I just went through that bowl and tried to pull things out. I did pull out a whole bunch of fussy cut flowers that were cut off of that same piece I used as that portion of the background, and I had cut those out for a previous layout. Now, since I've been home, when did I say surgery was Wednesday, like in the evening, like at 6. I think I was in my room by like 10. I was out of the hospital by 8 o'clock the next morning. The plastic surgeon came in to check on me. And I was like, when can I go home? And he's like, when do you want to go home? I was like, now. That was about 7 o'clock in the morning, so they went ahead and started paperwork. So yeah, I came home pretty soon because hospitals for sick people. I'm not sick. I didn't want to stay in there longer than I needed to, right? I could pick up God only knows what kind of germs. So went ahead and came home. But since I came home, I have scrapbooked quite a bit. I'd say I made like 4 layouts. So I came home Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Right now it's Sunday. It's 7:43 a.m. Right after I take the pain meds, I feel really good, and I'll come in to my room and play around for an hour or 2, and then I'll go sit down and watch TV or whatever. But I have been scrapbooking. It's been pretty fun. Aside from the whole no boob part. It's been pretty fun. Other than that, it's like having time off work. I really wanted to make those sunglasses work because it reminded me of the whole rock star bit of my journaling, because rock stars and their sunglasses. But I did not make it work. I was not able to make that work. So this little cutout flower is going to go underneath the journaling block, and I'm just going to scatter those around. You can see there up at the top of the layout, I'm trying to put something above that photo to kind of fill it up. It's too much blank space up there. What I end up doing is printing out 2 more of the very same photos, or very similar photos from the very same time. I think they're like 2 by 2 maybe. I back them in this aqua mint color, and I'm going to put this little block right up there above that big photo. Right there, just to kind of fill up that space a little bit. And nothing else really is going to go up at that top portion. I do leave the flower right there at the top left of the photo. And I'm going to put that little cut apart piece down there with those hearts. These pieces you see over to the right, I pulled out the Paige Evans collection, her new one. I did get some stuff from hers new one, and I had cut apart one of the cut apart sheets, and I am going to use that one that says laugh a lot, and then there's a little yellow circle bit, it says oh wow, and I'm going to put it to the left hand side of my journaling block. Some of the colors in the Paige Evans new collection do work really well with this Amy Tan. I didn't pick up all the Amy Tan line. I think I might have got like 8 pieces of paper, mostly for the B-sides, and I got the embellishment pack and the sticker book. Now, I didn't love everything in the collection, so I just kind of I just picked some bits out of it that I thought I would like, and I kind of gave myself a limit. I think I only spent like $20 on her collection because I love Amy Tan and I want to support her, and so I want some of her stuff, but I'm not gonna use everything that she came out with. And just because this collection wasn't a hit for me, her next one might be, right? So I feel like I need to buy a little bit of it. Anyways, guys, that's all I do to this layout. I want to thank you so much for joining me. Sorry for my scattered narration. Percocet. Thank you so much for joining me. Love you guys. Bye.